Hello, everybody. This is our next installment of Undiscovered Campgrounds of Nebraska. And today we're going to be discussing camping near Cambridge, Nebraska, which is about 20 miles east of McCook on US 6. Now, I definitely prefer the Nebraska state parks and the recreation areas. But there really are two options in Cambridge, Nebraska. And actually, Cambridge, Nebraska, I know I've dinged a few of the other city parks along the way, but Cambridge isn't so bad. I mean, I have to give it like a five out there. So it's kind of like, okay, something's good, something's not so good. The campground in Cambridge, run by the city, is actually on the eastern edge of the town on the highway, which is good and bad. It's on the highway, so it's easy to find. Bad, it's on the highway, therefore you're going to get a whole bunch of traffic the entire day and all the night. And also, oh, should I mention there's also a mainline railroad, like just on the other side of the highway. So if you're looking for peace and solitude and quiet, this is definitely not the campground for that. However, it is easy to get to, it's easy to find. I'm getting mixed messages from my research. Some of my research says it's free, others say it's $15 a night, and this is as of 2020. I'm going to go with free, but if you show up and they ask for a donation, don't blame me. I go on with the information I have. Now I did go past this one, so I am familiar with this one on our trip. We passed by on August 31st of 2020. The campground's not bad. It is really almost on the highway. It is kind of shaded out by a series of trees, so it's not completely exposed to the highway, but you're definitely going to hear all the noise. There are toilets here. I believe they're flush toilets. It says showers, but again, I'm not honestly. I would say this park is a little on the sketchy side as far as it's an old park. I mean, and honestly, I did not inspect the bathroom. So if anyone does, leave me a comment. And I'll try to add it to the main remarks about these campgrounds in Cambridge. The campground itself is you kind of pull out. There's a dump station. You kind of go across this little bridge parallel to the highway, and then it's kind of a semicircle. The electric and all that is kind of on the outside, and that's where the RVs park. But there is a big patch of green grass. So if you haven't done, yeah, you can definitely do it here. Bathrooms there definitely are. The showers I'm not so sure about. You have the advantage that you are right outside of Cambridge. Cambridge is a small but not a tiny town. There's a gas station. There's a restaurant or two. So if that's kind of what you need or want, then this is uh, this would be a good choice. Also, the price, if it's free, is definitely the right choice. Now, if you want more peace and quiet and solitude and clean, I'm going to recommend a, a state recreation area, which isn't far from Cambridge, but it definitely is not in Cambridge. The name of this place is Medicine Creek State Recreation Area. And first, let me give you the directions to that. Pardon me while I get the actual map here. Yeah, I want to make sure I give you good directions here. So that's why I'm taking a little extra time. From Cambridge, you need to go about a mile or two west of town. Then you need to turn north on to Harry Strunk Lake Road. Well, that's a mouthful. By the way, I highly recommend these atlases, state atlases. They will really help you find where you need to go. And if you don't get where you need to go, at least you can find your way out. So anyways, if you watch some of my other videos, the wildlife areas are the same as state parks, with the only difference is they don't have a historical component. That's why they're a recreation area. And I did my research on this, so I didn't actually visit this one, but I feel comfortable in giving you this information, which is probably better than just the average person. I mean, Google reviews do pretty well, but sometimes they kind of miss some things. So the easiest way to do this is let me just read you the description for this. 10 miles north of Cambridge, there are 76 camping pads. Most are with electric, and they have 240 tent sites. They have modern bathrooms, which means flush toilets. They have a dump station, swimming area, boat dock, picnic table, picnic. Some of the more remote camping grounds have vault toilets and a boat ramp. Hunting and fishing, obviously. They specifically highlight the hunting. I can tell you from what I was looking at, my research was that most of there's like four main campgrounds. Two are like kind of west of the lake, and two are east of the lake. They all have flush toilets and drinking water. On the east side of the dam has the showers, but as I mentioned in other videos, pay a little less, get one of the cheaper sites. You can always go to the organized site, and the showers are paid showers anyway, so it doesn't matter where you stay, you're still going to have to pay for the showers. Showers have generally been clean, good showers, recently built facilities. If someone finds out something different, please let me know, and I'll reshoot this video and add that in there. But Nebraska apparently has been going on a big program of modernizing their recreation areas. So I did not find a bad one along my way. And I went to a bunch of them. Sites are range from $10 for primitive to about $30 for the electric sites. Plus, you always have to include an $8 park fee, which is every day. But again, you buy the yearly pass, which is easy to do online. It'll cost you about $40 if you're out of state. Then you only have to pay once. Here's my final recommendation. All right, if you want the nearness of the restaurants and the shopping restaurant, go ahead and take the Cambridge City Park. If you want more quiet and maybe a little cleaner and definitely a lot less people, I would take the recreational area, which is 2 miles west and 10 miles north. All right. On to the next, which I think is Holbrook. Bye for now.